I'm Katie Lovewell. I'm here with Louise Lovewell, and I'm very excited to introduce you to our new teammate, new realtor, Margaret Hanson is going to be joining our team. So you'll be seeing her in future monthly updates. So welcome, Margaret.
Yes.
Thank you.
Margaret or Maggie? Margaret?
You can call me either Margaret or Maggie. I go by both.
Okay. Well, congratulations. She just passed her test last Thursday.
Yes.
And she had a birthday, so happy birthday too.
It was a good birthday present. Thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to join the team. And I think that these monthly updates that you do are a great resource for people. So I'm excited to see what you have to say this month.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to begin by showing you some cities in the Bay Area and some different interesting statistics with each one, because there's generally a trend of prices going down, but every city's different, and we'll kind of look at some of the different data points together. So let me share my screen. All right, so we're going to start with Livermore because it's one of the most extremes. And again, the key things to look at here are the median sales price, the average sales price, the number of active homes, and the month supply. So you can definitely see Livermore's had a decent drop since May. And again, this is all kind of related to interest rates going up and also stocks going down, and buyers are not able to afford as much. So they are reducing, some are stopping looking altogether, and some are lowering how much they can afford because interest rates are affecting how much they can. So big change in Livermore. Another big change, one of the biggest drops is Pleasanton. If you look at average sales price in May was over 2 million. And at the end of June, it was 1,755,000. The active homes are definitely up. Median sales price, you can see, is down. Month supply, how long homes are taking to sell, is 1.2. Fremont, again, their peak was in April, 2,225,000. Average sales price in June was 1,074,000. They have 125 homes active, which again, you look historically, is definitely very high over the year. And they have a 1.1 month supply. Alameda, peak was in May, 1,689 for average sales price. End of June was 1,509. They're also, again, they did have a higher active number of homes for sale last September, but still pretty high overall. Their month supply is a little bit less than the others. It's 0.9. San Leandro, the peak actually was also in April at 1.1. It's now 1,021,000. Also, active homes are up, and they have a higher month supply than some of the others at 1.2. Hayward, the average sales price, the peak was in May at 1.2. Average sales price at June was 1,081,000. Again, high active number of homes at 130, and they have one of the highest month supply at 1.7. Lots of homes to look at Hayward. Castro Valley, it's interesting. The average sales price actually went up from May to June, but their active is going up. So I think that is we're definitely see that number going back down for this average sales price. Yes, if supply goes up and demand is down, it just seems like logically prices are going to come down too. And last one we're including, because this is Maggie's or Margaret's hometown, Berkeley. Also interesting case. The peak was in April of 1.19. Last month in June, it was 1,690,000, but their active homes was highest in April and May, and it's actually gone down. And so Margaret was having a good idea that, some people may just not want to sell because they know prices are coming down. So that could be what's happening. Because if you look at their actual month supply, it's the lowest, it's 0.6. So prices could start to go back up. We'll see, or at least just flatten. Because there's just not a lot of supply there in Berkeley. So that's just what I wanted to share with home stats. Louise, did you want to add kind of what we're seeing with buyers and maybe a little bit with sellers as well?
Sure. So with the buyers, we've kind of been involved with about 2 or 3 over this last month. And in each case, one was buying a mobile home, 2 of them were buying pretty expensive homes, like in the Hayward Hills area, San Leandro. but they only had like 1 to 2 offers. So definitely, as far as on the selling end, even for us in our listings, we used to wait like 2-week period for offers to come in. Now we might be shortening it just to like a week and a half, because if we see people that are anxious and are willing to make offers and the offers come in close to or at asking or something, I mean, we're just telling our sellers, just go for it. Our last sale in San Leandro, I think we just had 2 offers. I mean, they were both about the asking, but it was definitely, and I've been really doing my best to call the agents around the different homes, whether it was Castro Valley or San Leandro, and just finding out, either the ones that are available or the ones that are pending, and just find out how many offers did they get? Are they getting any showings? Kind of like Katie was saying, or maybe it was Maggie when we were talking earlier, that some people are just, if they don't get whatever they were asking, that maybe they're going to think about renting their houses.
Yeah, some of the sellers, if they're not able to sell, they may have been previously used to the rental, so they may go back to that, or they're pulling it off to see if maybe the market will change. But there's a lot of buyers too that are just kind of sitting and waiting and watching to see if prices are going to come down more, because the interest rates are really affecting them. But for those buyers who can afford it, again, it's an amazing time, because your competition is so much less. Prices have, if you look at what you were going to pay a few months ago in terms of price and what you're paying now. So if you can afford those interest rates, because I've heard, I think, again, in the near term, the interest rates may go up again, but long term, maybe the end of the year or beginning of next year, they're predicted to go down. So if you could, get a higher interest rate now, but refinance, a year later, or even Louise suggested, I think it was our loan agent suggested, if you don't know if you're going to be here long, you could consider what's looked down upon, but the adjustable rate mortgages, where they lock you in for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, because those rates are, I think, better right now than the conventional 30-year fixes. Or you can, get one of those and then see if you can refinance if the rates do come down and get a fixed rate. So there's definitely some good options for buyers if they're able to afford the interest rates. I think that's all I have.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of exciting to see. Of course, none of us really want interest rates to go up, but for so long, it's been a really hard market for buyers in the Bay Area. And so it's good to see it kind of balancing out. I think it's more healthy for the market, and it could be actually a really good time for people to buy. Like you said, if they can handle those interest rates right now and refinance later, you might be able to get your contingencies that you want, a deal on the house, whereas that was not happening 2 months ago.
Yeah, I actually have one right now that we talked to the listing agents, and 2 months ago, we would never dream of writing with any contingencies, because it's just in a competitive market, it would never be considered. We're like, no, you can have an inspection contingency. We're like, oh.
Or appraisal or loan.
Yeah, I mean, those, it's wonderful to have these protections again, because they're there to protect buyers, and buyers, should have them. So it's good.
It's good. It's good. It's really, I agree totally with Maggie that it's a more healthy market, because buyers can buy, sellers can sell. Maybe they're just not selling quite as crazy as it was, but it was like a runaway train. So this is more healthy. It's better. So that's
Sure.
And maybe next month we can have Bill come, the loan person, and then he can tell us what's new on the horizon for the loan. So then we'll be like, oh, okay.
Yes, but I think that's it, unless anyone else has something to add.
Nope, I think we're all good. Everybody have a happy Wednesday. I guess it's kind of middle of summer. So everybody enjoy. Nice weather. Yes. Bye, everybody.
Stay
Thank
cool.
you.
Bye.
Bye, Maggie. Bye, Katie.